Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. We've got the Brute, the Beast Tyrant and the Soothsinger, and we've got two choices. We could either go for the Soothsinger's lovely story quest, or we could push after the remaining relic quest. I mean, we could also do one of these jobs, but there's not much interest in those. I think what we'll probably do is we'll probably have a look at the story quest and then swing by Radiant Darkness afterwards. I do think Radiant Darkness will be doable, but I'd rather do the Retaliator's Refrain while we can guarantee the Soothsinger is level 6, because there's a chance that we're going to level up just because it's only 25 XP to the next level. So we need to work with the Inox to counterattack the undead attack, destroy all skull altars, kill all enemies in all rooms. It looks like we've got some flame demons, some undead, more undead, and some night demons. Nasty stuff, but with this party, it should be pretty doable. We could always retry throwing in our wonderful Sunkeeper if we need someone a bit more tanky, but I think this should be alright. The trainer leaves for the Inox camp the day before you head out to prepare a welcoming committee for your attackers. On the walk to the camp, you rack your brains, trying to think who would want to kill the Soothsinger. She seems the least offensive mercenary in your band. It's early evening when you arrive at the camp, and the trainer greets you when you arrive. He explains that scouts have already seen a group of cultists transporting goods into a nearby ruined temple, so that is likely where they will spring their attack from. You decide there's no time like the present to solve this conundrum, and with some friendly Inox in tow, you arrive at the clearing outside the temple. So if we're getting friendlies on the side, we're going to want to lean into shield heavily and adding wounds, especially given the amount of shield the enemy has. So, Brute. We could probably go for Professional. And get away with that. For the Beast Tyrant, we'll go for Aggressor. And for the Soothsinger, neither of these seem likely. Let's select Opener and just anticipate it's not going to happen. Now, we had a fair bit of money before we went into this, but I am saving it up so we can upgrade the Ancient Ward on our Beast Tyrant. As you step out into the clearing, a cultist seems surprised to see you. You! But he will not be amused. Kill her now! The cultist points at the Soothsinger as he shouts. Okay, so not a huge amount of shielding shenanigans going on here. We do have some friends, that's always good. You're probably the biggest threat, but we might be able to just take you out with a solid smack. So Beast Tyrant up here, Brute down here. If we lead in with Hook and Chain, 1, 2, 3, it's not going to be a huge hit, but it would still be a hit. We could go with Provoking Roar and Hook and Chain, and then next turn maybe we just hit with an Unstoppable Charge and be done with it. Although having the Brute over this side might be more sensible. Let's move you up. Rearrange. So getting the Brute in over here with Hook and Chain, and then Skirmishing Maneuver would allow us to do repeated hits. Yeah, I quite like that. We can start off with Echoing Aria to get shield on everyone. And starting enemies off with disadvantage. So the Disorienting Dirge, I think that's going to be more useful than the immediate shield. We are going to want to put on Melody and Harmony, I think, but for now that'll be good enough. And over here, if we're starting off with the bear right next to you, Ancient Ward, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got options to get everyone disarmed on both sides. The bear will have moved in, so what can we do to attack on the bottom that's not completely painful? Rampage. We could also do blood hunger. But we don't need healing just yet. Or venomous ally. Get poison out. I like that. Let's do it. So, bear, you are starting right in here. We're moving before all the enemy. That's good. Our allies are moving before all the enemy. That's also great. So, disorienting dirge. Let's get all the shield out. Even affect our friends. Good job, bear. With a +1, you'll do alright. Okay, I think you're not so much of a threat as the elite. Let's see. Living corpses are moving 1, attacking 4. You're not going to reach. You will reach. So disarming this living corpse makes a lot of sense. You're going to do a decent amount of damage. You're going to do a big bit of damage, so we need to disarm the living bones as well. Okay. Poison on the living bones. Ancient ward on these two. That's annoying. That's alright. And we can take the opportunity. I don't think we need to do extra disarms just yet, but we can still get our falcon out, and that's not going to get in the way of anything. In fact, we can even get the skeleton out. And let's get back Ancient Ward so we can do it again next turn. Good enough. Charge! So stepping on in, skip the movement, get a hit on this guy. It's a shame about the extra disarm. I think we'll mostly focus on this guy because they're both disarmed and they're acting as a nice little buffer. So hit you. We could move up 1 this way. And that would give our friends... No, it's not going to make a difference. Skip the movement. Carry on hitting. It's fine. Here comes our allies. Skeleton gone. Incoming hit. Shield holds. Love to see it. This will hurt a little. Could have been a lot worse though. Okay. Oh. An unexpected cultist in the room. Well, we might need to act on him sooner rather than later. Provoking Roar will let us get poison on this guy. I think that is necessary. Beyond that, though... we don't have any specific attack abilities. The other option is we go for the eye for an eye and unstoppable charge and just hit him big, which is not a terrible plan. Okay, we can disarm both of these with throw voice. Defensive Ditty is really powerful for a single turn. can also do tuning the outcome to get a curse on someone. Or melody and harm. No, let's do singing arrow and get wound over here just to make sure that's done. We're not in range for that. We are not in range. Okay. Let's do tuning the outcome and we'll do singing arrow another time. So, up over the top. Ancient Ward. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in range, so we've got options for who we can hit with that. And Blood Hunger is a good time to do it. Cultist is doing a little bit of cursing, a little bit of attacking. Living Spirits hitting everyone within range. Mostly we don't need to worry, but the living corpses are hitting hard, so them being gone would be quite preferable. We could hit them both. And we got a stun on them as well, look at that. What a walloping hit. That felt very worthwhile. Yeah, it's all going well. Okay, Bear, do you first. Got killed, get your healing. And that means Ancient Ward on these two remaining fools. Nice little spot of money over there. Well, Soothsinger may as well run in and grab the money. Get the curse out. And throw a disarm on this guy for next turn. Yeah, strengthen yourselves, guys. It's actually doing a hit at least. Okay, the bird is going to stop us looting, unfortunately. So let's instead look about moving forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything that moves us a decent amount. 3 with a leap. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll do. 3 with a leap. We're not going to get a hit on this guy unless we've got a ranged attack, and I don't think we have anything worthwhile. But we can use Juggernaut. 1, 2, 3. To move even further up, maybe even open the door. Probably not, but getting close would be fine. I don't think there's really any point in us hitting Singing Arrow on this one. There's no point in us doing Melody and Harmony just yet, because that's burning a card for the sake of it. But we can do Melody and Harmony to get an attack off. And potentially Singing Arrow to get another curse off, if he's still alive by that point, which he's probably not going to be, but you never know. Okay, if we can move up 3, Unstoppable Beast will get us there. Yeah, let's say Unstoppable Beast. We'll do a little bit of looting. And for range, none of them are really amazing. Spirit Swap, that'll allow us to... no, I want to save that for next turn. Let's say Rampage and we'll just burn it. I mean, not burn it, but... The bear is moving in roughly the right direction. I think that cultist is going to get absolutely destroyed. The money is lost. It's a shame. So maybe we do want to move through to the next room. Because I can get all the way up to here. And then open up and see what's in there. If there's cultists in there, they're going to summon guys. So let's not do that. Even though they would suffer, which is lovely, that is not what we're about right now. I thought we would walk on there. That's fine. We're taking a little bit of damage. We'll get that back soon enough. Okay, next room. Let's go with the movable phalanx and balanced measure. It's going to be a short move in, but that's fine. You do soothing lullaby on yourself. No, let's say provoke terror. Let's use soothing lullaby to move a bit closer, and potentially we'll just stun into the next room. We want to go a little bit later. Let's say spirit swap so we can move things around and potentially move up ourselves. And yeah, you're not really going to be moving a huge amount. The bear will have moved a bit closer, but not much. So let's say borrowed essence just for the moment. Through. What have we got behind door number 1? We do have a guy right next to us. Amazing. Demons and undead. What are we up against? Well, what are we up against? The living spirit is going to do a bit of damage. He's definitely going to get in range to do that. That living bones in the elite. He's going to move 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's going to be able to reach us no matter what we do. So we may as well step forwards and allow someone else to come into the room. And the flame demon's just going to step on in. Yeah, this is fine. That's a solid hit. I really hope the falcon and the skeleton don't end up dying because of this. Okay, what is going to be the best benefit for us? Knowing that he's going to move up anyway. Swapping him and the Living Bones Elite over will actually work. Because he's already going to be in range. And then this is just not helpful because no one's in range. Skip the attack. There's nothing else that we can do with the Ring of Brutality either right this moment. Oh wow, he made it far. Damn. That nuked us a lot. Maybe that was a mistake. We can get a stun on him for the next turn at least. And the Soothsinger can get a bit of self-care. have to get rid of that sooner rather than later. We could probably use a trample to get right next to it. I think we might have to stick Echoing Aria on, so we can get some retaliate going. We'll lose Singing Arrow. I don't like moving quite as quickly as this, but if we're going to try and tank it out for a turn, Echoing Aria for the retaliate is going to help. And tuning the outcome will let us move up a bit closer and get a curse out. Okay, Bear, you are right in the middle of all of it. Let's say Energizing Strike and Concentrated Rage, and we'll choose which one we do where. Most likely we use this to move up a bit closer. Okay, Flame Demon's doing some trapping stuff. Bones are doing some healing stuff, so we need to kill the one next to us sooner rather than later. Bit of cursing out. Everyone gets a bit of retaliate. Right, Brute. No, we're gonna have to trample this guy. Make sure he dies. Can't have him healing. Oh, come on, game. Step round a bit at least. Yeah, with your stupid healing. Yeah, Bear, get some healing. Even if you immediately take the same amount of damage. Okay, this, yeah, it's not exactly gone the way that I would have wanted. I think a big hit on this does make sense. We've got two nasties that need to go. There we go. I can take 2 damage. We'll get that back. Do we go for focused aggression as well? If we did, we'd be able to hit this guy. It's unlikely to be another ×2. And the altar's not quite close enough. So I think no, I think we leave it as it is. Good job, Inox. And it summoned Bone Archer. Cool. Short rest on the Brute. Don't really want to lose Immovable Phalanx. It's a good card. Let's redraw that. Sure, we can lose Trample. Okay, Leaping Cleave would allow us to hit both of these guys. And if we do Eye for an Eye beforehand, that'll get rid of our Muddle. Soothing Lullaby would give us a little bit of healing, but I think getting a group disarm out is probably more useful. So let's say Defensive Ditty and Throw Voice. That'll allow us to move a little bit closer and get a group disarm out. Short rest on the Beast Tyrant. Ooh, don't want to lose Blood Hunger, but I don't want to risk losing any of the others. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep mobile, energizing strike and rampage. So Soothsinger, step on in. And get a 3-way disarm out. Gonna need you guys to get in on the fight, please. Okay, Brute. Get the strengthen on. Additional target's a bit wasted, but I think we've done enough. Let's do this the other way around, actually, because I think being in here and having the option to energizing strike this is going to be more useful. So step on in, skip the rest of the movement, get the attack here. Nice. It's all a moot point. Now could be a good time to do the Ring of Brutality. If we did, what would we do? Focused aggression. Spirit swap would allow us to get our bear next to the altar. Borrowed Essence would also just let us go hit you and heal up a little bit. Which I'm not against. Yeah, let's say Borrowed Essence. All the healing. It's very little damage. You are killing yourself. I mean, it's quite painful, but the facts stand. Okay. We can now start getting rid of this. So, movable phalanx. We need something that's going to move us 3 or more. Hook and chain will move us around. It doesn't have to be an attack. That gets us in place, which is what we need. We can step closer with Soothing Lullaby and then do Provoke Terror to stun all of these. And we need some big hitting, angry, beastly maneuvers. So let's say Unstoppable Beast and Venomous Ally. Or we don't move up and instead we just shoot the altar straight away. Holy moly. +4. Soothsinger pulling it out of the bag. Wow. Yeah, skip the attack. That was more than we needed, and I'm very happy with it. This guy's dead, which means we can use Hook and Chain to actually do an attack. This is not what I was expecting. So step on in. It's not going to be a big attack, but it is still an attack. Bear's whittling away, doing exactly what he needs. I almost feel like it would be better to move in and grab this now. You are still going to attack though, because you haven't been disarmed. So let's be sensible about it. Big hit from the bear, did exactly what we need. Okay, there is one more skull altar left. I think we move up to the door. Let's use balance measure to move in and skirmishing maneuver. We'll do a long rest on the Soothsinger so we can pick what we're going to lose. And I think we need to move up with our lovely Beast Tyrant to start gathering up some more of this gold. Stay where you are, bear. Start moving you towards the next room. How many more turns do we have after? Yeah, we've got one more turn, so I think we should move in and rest, because it's going to be easier for the rest of the team to gather the gold. That's only 3, but we're going to rest and we're going to get 2 back anyway. Okay, let's lose Disorienting Dirge, I think. No, Soothing Lullaby. We haven't really needed the heal. That might be a mistake. It might be that that's really not going to be the case going forwards, but you have to try these things. I think we're going to do a long rest here, so we can push a long distance in the next room with the Boots of Striding and get our armor back. That feels smart. Melody and Harmony will let us move up 3 and grab a little something. And we could even get Attuning the Outcome to do some blessing. Although I'd prefer to save that for the following turn. Let's instead use the Disorienting Dirge. And we're going to just step in a little bit and get some more money. Stay where you are, bear. I really think you guys need to be a bit further forwards. You are not helping right now. Skip the attack. We're going to keep our current Retaliate ability, because that's... the ranged Retaliate is really quite powerful. And I think we will lose Balance Measure. Okay, Hook and Chain into the next room. Unstoppable Charge. Let's hope that we're able to do it in a line and do some big hits. Tuning the Outcome will allow us to move up 3 and throw something out, and Provoke Terror will allow us to get some stuns. Short rest over here. Yeah, we can lose Focused Aggression. We want to move after 42, so we could go with something like Borrowed Essence and unstoppable beast to get into the room and start doing useful things. Let's open the door, see what we've got. Yeah! This is not going to work the way I intended at all. So, the altar is over at the back. Getting to it would be going through these, but that would be the smartest choice. Well, the Night Demon's doing move 4, attack 4, ouch, move 4, attack 3. So they're gonna do a fair bit of damage. We may as well stand directly in front of them and just try and hit this guy and hope he kills himself. Which, by all measurements, he should. I'll take more of those, please. Oh, look at that. No thanks. Rather than taking 6 damage, I think I will just lose something like Leaping Cleave. Good job, corpse. Unlucky bear. Keep at it. You'll do all right. Okay, we can step up into the room. It's a disadvantage on both of these guys, so let's go for this one. It wouldn't have mattered either way. Okay, Soothsinger, get in. Let's get a curse out and get some stunning going. And we can hit the big one over the back, so let's do that. And finally, these guys are going to start coming a little bit closer. And what did it summon? Something that's not directly in the way. That's fine. So I think anything we have that moves us up 2 is going to get us in place to attack this. So provoking roar and skirmishing maneuver is going to give us 2 attacks on it, which is great. Defensive ditty throw force will get some disarms out, and speaking of disarms, let's say Ancient Ward and Venomous Ally, the old combination. So you are already stunned. You're probably going to die. You are not quite in range. That is a shame. Undo. Can we get a little closer? A little closer. Step on in. Focus on this. Another one of those, please. That'll do. Right, one of our jobs is done. Now we just care about the money. May as well drink our healing potion. Oh, bear, that's twice in a row. Very unlucky. Well, I feel like we may as well hit this guy, seeing as we've got a disarm, a stun. We'll get disarms on these 2. What a hit. And we're going to have to start going around gathering up the money. It is definitely going to kill itself. No money from it because it was a summon, but at least it's gone. This guy's annoyingly on the table, so when we kill him, we're not going to get anything from him. Immovable Phalanx and Juggernaut will step in and give a hit. We'll do a long rest on the Soothsinger. And as for these guys, we could do Energizing Strike and Concentrated Rage. The Inox are not the fastest movers, that is for certain. Step in and give them a hit. I'll take it. That's money in the bank. Nicely done there. Okay, we're gonna step across and hit you with a disarm. So I'm kind of limiting the amount of damage that they can put out in one go. Hey, look at that, he's positioned himself quite nicely. Let's lose tuning the outcome. Short rest. Sure, we can lose Juggernaut. We're going to go Immovable Phalanx and Eye for an Eye. Provoke Terror would allow us to keep him stunned. And Disoriented Dirge just to give everyone the bless. Spirit Swap Rampage will move where we can. Now I could get lucky and just hit him and then do the healing afterwards or use it to move in. It is a gamble though. Let's try it. Hey, there's the +1. The brute is absolutely stomping through. Up to 30 gold. Okay, this is not going particularly quickly. And the only other goal is all the way at the back. So let's just try and keep the damage on him. Moved around here though. Actually no, one space back. Hey, good hit. Go and kill yourself. Well, unfortunately that kills all the enemies, so we don't get a chance to pick up those last bits of gold. We'll get some of it, but not all of it. And that's a victory. With the undead and demons dead, you discover a cultist hiding under a table. It's time to interrogate them. Yeah, not surprisingly, the Soothsinger wasn't the first to kill a monster. And we get that perk. It took me a little while, but we got him to talk, and you aren't going to believe this. Apparently, he's working for some kind of skeletal champion who has a grudge against the Soothsinger. She's the descendant of a bard who sealed him in a tower in the north of Summerwell. But there's no way into the tower, it has a magical lock on it. You know what? This angry skeletal chap sounds a lot like a certain hero that the Elementalist has been researching. Swagger? So he did come back from the demonic realm, but then got trapped in Curse Keep? Sounds best if we head that way and investigate. Indeed it does. Well, let's do the perk straight away. Ooh. Replacing the +0s with all the variety is where the Soothsinger really comes into power. That +4 when it came out, that was really, really something. Let's get Poison. I think that's more useful than anything else right now, because the Soothsinger doesn't do a huge amount of direct attacking. For the Beast Tyrant, we're going to go down to Ancient Ward, and we're going to increase the number of targets. This is already an incredibly powerful spell. But now, with Ancient Ward and the Stamina Potion that we have, and the Ring of Brutality, we can disarm 6 enemies on turn 1 with the Beast Tyrant at a range of 4. That is insanely good, insanely powerful, and quite frankly, I'm here for it. Okay, well this team seems to be doing quite well. Well, let's have a look. Which is the Soothsinger's quest of these? It will be the one with the, there we go, the Eternal Champion. And that would give the Skull of Hatred. Kind of interesting. And an enhancement slot. I suspect most of these... Yeah, in fact, all of them going to give enhancement slots. Yeah, so if you like enhancing your cards, this is where to go. That is clearly having a bad day. There we go, much better. Is that just a Ring of Skulls? We've already got one of those. Amusing. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this episode. We are out of time and now out of money, but with a very, very worthwhile upgrade on the Beast Tyrant. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. See you soon.